Hello and welcome back, Kiwi Yoinkers and all other folks to Sunsaw Gaming. Today we are covering light tanks, how to use them effectively. Now, in saying that, I am absolutely trashing light tanks. I play on a tiny little Samsung A20 touchscreen phone, and well, safe to say, using very manoeuvrable tanks, very quick tanks, is a bit more difficult for me than I would like. But here we are going to show you a couple of matches here just to show what light tanks can be done. So first off, spot the enemies. Alright, it helps out your team, and you're going to see there my team has managed to pump a nice shell into that Centurion 7-1. Now I've reset my camo. I am going to pull back up here, make sure that Centurion's not aiming at me, and I'm just going to take a few pot shots. And that is what light tanks are good for. You can get into these positions on so many different maps, and you can just play peekaboo with people. Now, that P44 Pantera misses a nice shot there. My team has now pulled in. I've seen a Yagtig 8.8, and because my team's there, there's no point in me pushing forward directly into the line of fire. I'm a light tank, I've got no armor, my gun doesn't do very much damage. So I'm going to reposition. I'm going to move to a place where I can get shots that will help my team while keeping myself out of the out of firing line. And that is one of the key things for light tanks. Being as maneuverable as they are, you can get yourself around the map and into positions like this where you're not the main target, and you can just pump out damage. It's what they're good for. It is the effective way to help your team. Now here, I've got 4 guys, 2 of them facing one way, one of them is a super heavy tank, so I'm going to leave them alone, and I'm going to help my 2 tanks that are getting injured. Now I was just going to rush that Centurion 7-1 and hurt him, but I noticed another tank at the back, so we're just going to flank around behind them. No point in pushing on into those 3 guys head on. It's just a very, very good way to get yourself killed in a light tank. So get around behind them, get around beside them, get around anywhere you can that is not in front of their gun, and you will do super well. Like this KV4 here, he is probably really hating me right now, and the Centurion, he's gone. Unfortunately, I do take a hit from the KV4 there. As you can see, that hurts. One shot there is almost a quarter of my HP, but because I flanked around and I got behind that KV4, I was able to take all of his hit points off almost and secure this flank for my team. And it's now 7-on-1. Like, my team has done very well. I've supported them. I've only been shot a couple of times, and I am going to get shot again. It's going to happen, but I want to keep this guy occupied. I've got my team coming in, and I don't mind too much if he manages to kill me. But I am going to zip around here, and I'm going to use the terrain to try and get down under his gun and dodged his bullet. And that's how you effectively play a light tank. Use the terrain to your advantage, use your speed to your advantage. Try and get yourself in places where you are not the main target, so as you can use your damage per minute, the quick reload of these guns, to their maximum effectiveness. And if you can get around behind enemy tanks safely, do it. It's going to help you, it's going to help your team. I mean, it will help absolutely everybody. So I managed to score a nice 2,000 damage there, 2nd damage on the team, except for that Ferdinand. And thank you, Ferdy, for coming and saving my behind, because that M103, he would have killed me if you hadn't have shown up. Well, no, I probably would have killed him, but it would have been close. Anyway, we do have a second match here for you. And this time we're on Desert Sands. We're going to be driving around in the Vickers CR, and I've got my clanmate Manic here with me. And, I mean, this is just exactly what light tanks can do. And this maps like these are amazing for light tanks and mediums. Like, you've just got all of these hills you can get behind and hide behind. You can use your speed to get up and over them. We are not going to fight a Sheridan over a ridgeline. Be smart. Plus that E50M, I use that spot quite often, and I know he can pull up and get nice shots into the side of me. So I'm going to pull around here, and I'm going to try and deal with the Leopard PTA, because this guy, he has a very, very good gun. And, well, it's safe to say I don't want that gun shooting at me. Anyway, he manages to get himself out of there. The Sheridan is also running. My teammate there has pushed into the bowl just behind the plane there. Now, I would love to help out that Kranwagen, but I've got to deal with the Leopard PTA. He is the more dangerous target. And in your light tanks, I mean, if you can clear these guys, if they're not focused on you, and you can clear tanks that have high DPM and great mobility, take them out, because they're the ones that are going to be able to chase you around the map and really be a pain in your ass. And things like this. There's a Hori right there. It'd be silly for me to pull up over that ridge. Now, my teammate manages to shoot him and gets killed in return by that Hori. Like I keep saying, don't drive directly into the line of fire. Now, I waited, that Hori moved, and I was able to get around on the Sheridan, who unfortunately does manage to get a nice shot into me, but he's cleared now, he's gone. My T-54 here is being very effective, getting in behind this Hori, making sure that the Hori's gun cannot hurt him. Unfortunately, I hit the dunes there, but I'm going to just park up in behind the Hori as well and help the T-54. Leave him on 10 HP, we'll just ram the rest of that off of him, and carry on our merry way. So, just by being light and mobile and making sure I'm not the tank that's being shot at, I've managed to help my team over here secure the desert. And I mean, our heavies and tank destroyers here in town done a damn fine job in here as well. Just the E75 left, we're going to rush in there. Hopefully I can get, you know, another shell in on this guy, and I'll be happy. So there we go, using that mobility again, coming flying through, and this side of a tank. I'm not shooting at his front armor. That's the strongest armor. Don't shoot it. If you're in a light tank, try not to shoot the front of enemy heavies. You're wasting your time. Anyway, 2,300 damage there, 3 kills, and I mean, another decent match, just to show you what light tanks are capable of when used correctly. So I got 3rd damage on the team there, not too bad. Anyway guys, if you like the sound of my voice or the content of my videos, like and subscribe to these videos. Until next time, stay safe, use cover.